Daytime television, pretty dismal stuff. Soap operas, talk shows, old reruns, cartoons. What I want to know is whatever happened to culture and education. Well, today I was surfing through the TV channels and I came across 4 different programs that sounded kind of interesting and informative, but they all came on at the same time, so I had to keep flipping back and forth among all 4 channels. And here's what I heard.
Hello, this is Fit to be Fried, your favorite cooking show. I'm Frances Fondue, here to tell you how to prepare a wonderful company dinner.
Welcome to Your Pet Department, the show that's all about our furry friends. This is Bobby Bassett, your pet vet. Today's topic is how to break your pets of bad habits.
Well, hello! You've tuned in to Dirt, your gardening show, and this is Mary Contrary. We will talk first today about creating a compost heap. This is wonderful stuff for your garden, and it's so easy to get together. I'm going to tell you how.
We're back with you today on the dating scene. I'm Tay-Tay Swift, but I'm here to give you fellas some dating tips from a woman's point of view. Now, women love flowers, so when you go to pick her up for your date, remember to bring her a lovely bouquet of
Rotting leaves and old grass clippings. Keep turning this over into your compost pile so it will decompose evenly and make all this poopy, smelly.
Salad for your first course. This will absolutely amaze your guests, but only allow them 1 small serving because there is so much more food coming up.
All over the floor. Now, you don't want your pet to do this, your puppy, so be sure to put down a lot of newspapers for her.
When you do these nice little things for her, a woman really appreciates your thoughtfulness. Sometimes she can't express her gratitude in words, so don't be surprised if she
Jumps up and puts her paws on your knees. This is a really bad habit, but a lot of them have. And sometimes it's difficult to break them. But try pushing her off and hollering, "No!"
Or you can sprinkle on some grated cheese.
Oh.
Well, let's move ahead. I promised to tell you how to make those cute little appetizers. First, you break 2 eggs and put them
in one ear and out the other. Your girlfriend won't really listen if you're talking about football because she isn't really interested. So try to talk about something that she enjoys, like maybe
making a mess on the carpet. Now, don't punish her for this. I know some people might spank her with a fly swatter, but don't do that. A fly swatter is only good for
beating your egg whites until they form soft peaks. Be careful not to overbeat them or they won't mix well. Now, carefully fold the egg whites into
Your old rubber gloves. It's a good idea to wear these when you handle the compost because this stuff makes a rather nasty concoction.
for your nice dinner. And since you want to impress the lady with your great taste, be sure to choose somewhere that has soft lights and nice music. And don't forget,
no matter how much she begs, do not let her eat food from the table. You must be consistent in making her eat from a bowl on the floor.
and another thing to remember is that a woman always appreciates compliments about her appearance. For instance, admire her hair. Tell her it looks like
A collection of yard waste and old table scraps. Almost anything like this can be added to the compost pile, so you see what wonderful nourishment you can provide for your garden. It is always good to toss a shopful into the
pie crust mix for the little appetizers. Now, put it in the refrigerator to chill while you make the filling. First, take out your mixing bowl and get a big clove of garlic and rub it all over
her lovely face. You can see how pleased she is when you tell her how pretty she looks. So say something nice about her dress. Tell her it makes her look like
Something dragged in from the garbage. All dogs will dig into a trash can if the lid isn't on tight. So be sure to get a secure fit. You can even take something heavy like a cement block and
Toss it into your bowl of cheese filling. And another nice touch is a dash of white pepper. Now mix this well and
drag it all over the yard. So, it bears repeating that to prevent this, you must make sure the lid is on tight. Otherwise, our dog might dig out something pretty awful.
To give to your lady friend. A lady always appreciates a surprise gift. So give this to her and imagine her delight when she opens it and finds
Something damp and disgusting. Now, compost may seem that way to you, but your garden will just love it. And next, we are going to talk about transplanting a pot-bound begonia into
Your shoe. Some dogs will chew on anything they can find, so it's not a good idea to leave shoes on the floor. And another thing you don't want to leave lying around on the floor is
your girlfriend. She likes it when you say romantic things. So put your arm around her and whisper some sweet talk into her.
bedroom slippers or handbag. Don't ever leave these things where your dog can get at them. If your dog has a habit of chewing things, just give her
Dancing lessons. But even if you never learned to waltz, don't just sit there. Go on, take your lady out on the dance floor and
spread butter all over both legs. Then sprinkle with salt and pepper and wrap in aluminum foil. This will keep your chicken moist while it's baking, and for a nice flavor, I usually add a generous amount of
potting soil. But before you put that in, you'll need to allow for drainage, so fill the bottom of the flower pot with about 2 inches of
mashed potatoes and gravy. This will go well with the chicken. Now, for the gravy, you simply stir the drippings and flour into
your girlfriend's hair. A woman likes it when you show these little signs of affection. For instance, when you are seated at the restaurant, she might appreciate being
roll out on the table. I always use a table to roll out pie crust because there's more room than on the kitchen counter. Now, take your cheese filling and spread it evenly
across your girlfriend's lap. Usually the waiter does this, but if he doesn't, it might be a nice gesture for you to place the napkin there. Then it's a good idea to
rub her belly and scratch behind her ears. They all love this. And also be sure to give her a lot of praise. Tell her over and over what a good dog she is, because
pleasant dinner conversation is very important. If you want to make a good impression, don't just talk about yourself. Get your lady to talk about herself. For instance, ask her if she ever
drinks out of the toilet. My dog used to do this all the time. It was a real problem until I finally tried
covering it with a layer of finely chopped onion. When you serve this as an appetizer, your guests will surely ask for the recipe, but just smile mysteriously and say it's a secret. Now by this time, the chicken
isn't saying very much. But even if your lady doesn't talk a lot, you can often tell how she feels by observing the little things that she does. For instance, you might notice that she is
throwing up. This may happen because she ate something she found outside. So keep her under supervision when she runs loose. My dog once ate
a house full of dinner guests waiting to be served. If dinner is going to be late, this can be pretty embarrassing, but don't worry about it. Just give them cocktails and
You stack them on top of each other in the potting shed. Saving this old cracked pot is always a good idea. They can be broken up and used for drainage pieces. Just put them in your planter along with
The chocolate pudding. This is nice for a simple dessert. Meanwhile, you can finish setting the table and then go back to your guests and
pinch off the dead ones. Getting rid of these faded flowers on your plant will encourage new growth. Now, you're ready to transfer the pot-bound plant into your
Plate of spaghetti. This is not the best thing to order if you tend to drag your sleeve to the sauce. You don't want your date to think you're a slob. So ask for something safe, like maybe a nice order of
fertilizer. Some people do add this to their potting soil, but you can just put in some of your compost instead. And when you do this, be sure to
spill it all over your necktie. But don't worry about it. These things can happen to anyone. And if you accidentally butter your fingers, just discreetly wipe it on.
The dog. So many of them are long-haired breeds, and this type of dog requires a lot of special attention, such as
Summoning the waiter if she needs more coffee. A lady appreciates it when you anticipate her needs in this way. For another example, you might look across the table and notice that she is
shedding all over the place. If you find this annoying and you don't like this kind of bother with a dog, then you might be better off to get a cat. All they require is
a final spin around the dance floor, followed by chocolate mousse and champagne. As your romantic dinner comes to a close, smile lovingly into your lady's eyes and fill her wine glass with
kitty litter. Now, cats are very fastidious creatures, so you'll have to clean the box frequently and empty the litter.
in the middle of the dining room table. A beautiful centerpiece like this always lends that final touch to a festive dinner setting. Now all you have to do is to go and call in your guests and ask them to
Do something behind the couch. This is a bad habit that some cats develop, so it's very important to
thank her for a lovely evening. And now that you and your girlfriend are alone at the door of her apartment, you might want to lean over and give her
a sharp rap at the bottom. Hitting the base of the flower pot in this way will loosen the soil and the plant will slip right out.
And now for a final word on the dating scene. You don't have to spend a lot of money to go out to some fancy place. Just bring a good bottle of wine and some Netflix, and you can have a wonderful evening.
coughing up hairballs.
Well, I turned off the TV at this point because that was about all the culture and education I can take in one sitting. It's probably all you can take too.
I already forgot my lines. Cut.
Okay.
As your romantic dinner draws to its end, smile lovingly across.
And another thing is, you don't want to leave.
A sharp rap on the bottom.
So say something nice about it. Her dress. Tell her.
a beautiful centerpiece like this is always lends
Right.
Some people do add this to the potting soil, but
I'm a natural.
Okay, that was filmed.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, it's a car, I can cut it. Just keep going.
Or maybe not. Okay, are we ready?